Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop chasing someone, they suddenly start noticing you? A message that used to go unanswered gets replied to. A woman who seemed distant starts showing interest. Someone who ignored your kindness suddenly wants your attention. Why does that happen? Before we begin, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and stay until the end. Because what you're about to hear could completely change the way you see love, attraction, and your own value. There was once a young man named Adrian. He was intelligent, kind, hard-working, and sincere. Yet, no matter how much effort he gave in relationships, he always ended up confused and heartbroken. When he liked a woman, he gave everything. Fast replies, constant compliments, always available, changing plans for her, ignoring his own priorities, just to keep her happy. And strangely, the more he cared, the less she did. He couldn't understand it. Why? He asked. Are women attracted to men who don't care? One evening, after another painful rejection, Adrian sat alone on a bench. Beside him sat an old man reading quietly. The old man looked up and said, "You asked the wrong question." Adrian frowned. The man continued, "Women are not attracted to men who don't care. They are attracted to men who are not controlled by the need to be chosen." That sentence changed everything, because this is where most men misunderstand attraction. It is not cruelty that attracts, it is calmness. It is not indifference that attracts, it is independence. It is not emotional coldness that attracts, it is self-respect. Marcus Aurelius once taught that the strongest person is the one who governs himself, not the one who governs others. And that is the first lesson. Number 1, women are drawn to men who have control over themselves. A desperate man is easy to feel. He texts from anxiety, he complies out of fear, he agrees because he doesn't want to lose her. His whole energy says, "Please choose me." And people feel that energy immediately. But a man grounded in himself moves differently. He can like someone deeply without losing his balance. He can care without collapsing. He can desire without begging. That steadiness feels powerful. Think about your own life. Have you ever met someone who walked into a room without trying to impress anyone, yet everyone noticed them? That is inner stability, and it cannot be faked. Number 2, scarcity creates value. This is not a game, it is human psychology. People often chase what feels rare. The man who is always available, always waiting, always ready at a second's notice, unconsciously signals that his time has little value. But the man who has purpose, goals, routines, standards, and a life outside romance signals something different. His attention must be earned, not because he is arrogant, but because he is invested in becoming something. Women often sense when a man's entire world revolves around them. At first it may feel flattering, but over time it becomes heavy. No one wants to become another person's whole identity. Number 3, mystery is more attractive than oversharing. Adrian used to tell women everything immediately. His pain, his plans, his loneliness, his dreams, his fears. He thought honesty meant immediate exposure, but wisdom teaches timing. Stoicism values restraint. You do not reveal everything in the first chapter. Why? Because attraction grows in discovery. When someone slowly learns who you are, curiosity deepens the connection. But when everything is laid out instantly, nothing remains to uncover. The most interesting people are often the ones who reveal themselves layer by layer. Number 4, neediness kills tension. Attraction needs space. When a man constantly asks, "Do you still like me? Why didn't you reply? Are you mad at me? Who are you with?" He may think he is seeking reassurance, but what he is really doing is transferring insecurity, and insecurity is exhausting. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed by the color of its thoughts. If your thoughts are fear, your energy becomes fear. If your thoughts are abundant, your energy becomes peace. A peaceful man creates emotional safety. A needy man creates pressure. Which one do you think feels more attractive? Number 5, women respect men who respect themselves. This may be the most important lesson of all. Many men believe being attractive means pleasing endlessly, never disagreeing, never setting boundaries, and accepting disrespect just to keep her. But a man who tolerates everything often loses admiration. Why? Because if you do not value yourself, others unconsciously struggle to value you too. Self-respect is magnetic. It means you can walk away from mixed signals. It means you don't stay where you are constantly disrespected. It means you do not trade dignity for attention. Adrian once waited 3 days for a reply from someone who posted online every hour. When she finally answered, he responded in seconds. The old man laughed softly. You are teaching people how to treat you. That hit deeply. Because many people don't lose attraction, they lose respect. Number 6. Emotional strength feels safe. There is a difference between emotion and emotional instability. A strong man can feel deeply, but he does not drown in every feeling. He does not explode in jealousy. He does not collapse from silence. He does not become cruel because he feels hurt. He processes pain with maturity. This kind of emotional discipline creates trust. A woman may enjoy excitement briefly, but long-term attraction often grows towards someone who feels stable under pressure. Storms are dramatic. Mountains are dependable. Be the mountain. Number 7. Purpose is seductive. Nothing changes a man faster than a mission. When Adrian stopped obsessing over dating and started building his body, career, and mind, something strange happened. Women noticed him more. Not because he became someone else, because he became occupied with becoming. People are naturally attracted to those moving somewhere. A man with direction radiates momentum. A man waiting to be completed radiates emptiness. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning to rise and do the work of a human being. Purpose gives posture to the soul, and people can feel it. Number 8. Detachment creates clarity. Detachment does not mean you do not care. It means your happiness is not chained to one outcome. You can like her without needing her. You can pursue without obsessing. You can try without losing yourself if it fails. This mindset is powerful because it removes fear. And when fear leaves, authenticity enters. Many men perform around women they like. They become overly agreeable, unnatural, nervous, and fake. They become overly agreeable, unnatural, nervous, and fake. But a detached man remains himself. He does not need to impress. And authenticity is deeply attractive. Number 9. Challenge creates attraction. Now listen carefully. This does not mean playing games. It means being a person with standards. You do not instantly hand over your time, loyalty, energy, and commitment to anyone who appears. You observe, you assess character, you let trust build naturally. When a woman senses that you also have standards, she sees a man who chooses carefully. That feels valuable. People cherish what must be earned more than what is freely thrown at them. Number 10. The less you chase validation, the more attractive you become. This is the final truth Adrian learned. He all thought attraction came from being selected, but true attractiveness begins when you no longer need external approval to feel worthy. The man who knows his worth without applause becomes difficult to shake, and confidence without arrogance is rare. One day Adrian met a woman unlike the others. He liked her, but this time he moved differently. He did not over-message. He did not perform. He did not abandon his routine. He did not panic when she took time to reply. He simply enjoyed the connection while continuing to build his own life. And for the first time, attraction felt natural. No games, no confusion, no begging. Because he had changed, not into a man who didn't care, into a man who cared about himself too. That is the real secret hidden behind the phrase, women like men who don't care. They do not like men who are cold, cruel, selfish, or emotionally unavailable. They like men who are centered, men whose mood is not controlled by attention, men who can love without losing dignity, men who can care without becoming desperate, men who can walk away when respect disappears. Men who can care without becoming desperate, men who can walk away when respect disappears. So, ask yourself honestly, have you been loving? Or have you been pleading? Have you been caring? Or have you been abandoning yourself? Have you been trying to win someone to say while losing your own peace? Because the moment you stop chasing approval, you become stronger. The moment you stop begging for attention, you become calmer. The moment you start building yourself, people begin to notice. Not because you became manipulative, but because you became solid. Marcus Aurelius would remind you that your worth was never in another person's hands. It was always in your character. So build discipline, build confidence, build purpose, build standards, and let attraction become a byproduct, not a mission. The right woman will not be drawn to your desperation. She will be drawn to your peace. She will not stay because you chased her endlessly. The most attractive man in any room is often not the loudest, richest, or most handsome. It is the man who needs nothing to prove he matters. And once you understand that, your whole love life begins to change. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.